Hello, this is Jacob Trosclair, and this video I'll be showing the front end of my 435 project. For the back end, I was given Hunter Venables volunteer database. So for starters, the back end I used Oracle VirtualBox, and using SQL Developer and the scripts that were in his segment one, I was able to recreate the tables. There's 7 tables I was able to create: events, event type, faculty, family, family member, volunteer area, and volunteer hours. After creating these and using the scripts to populate the tables, I then went to try to connect to ODBC to connect to Access for the front end part, but I was having trouble initially getting it to connect. So I did some research and found a intermediary between ODBC and Oracle database or Oracle VirtualBox database, and eventually found the client on Oracle's website that allows you to connect directly to an Oracle VirtualBox. And this is what it would look like. The Oracle client you want to have set up as an administrator and not as a regular default, because you won't have any of the files, it'll just have a help. But if you set up as an administrator, it'll come with all these files. And you want to use a net configuration assistant. And there it is. This is what it would look like when you open it. You want to choose local. You want to go to add. Service name is whatever your service name would be. TCP. Host is whatever your uh, uh, VirtualBox IP address is. You can find that by doing ifconfig in your terminal. And you would use your ETH0. So this is what I would put in 10.0.0.12. Since I've already done it, it would throw up an error, but you would go next. You perform a test, and if it does connect, it will be test successful, and that will allow you to go into your ODBC and connect that to your client. ODBC, you want to go to System DSN, Add, and I would choose Home 3 because that's the one I use administrator setup with, and it's the one I connected my Oracle database to. These two are just extra that I messed up on. So you would click on that. You would enter in your data source name, just whatever description you want, your TNS service name and user ID. That user ID for me is because I had to set up a new user for this, was Jacob. Data source was volunteer. Description, you can do whatever you want. And TNS service name is let's see. It would be just system. And you would close that off because it would take a while to connect it, and once it's good to go, you click OK, and it will test connection, and it will, if it's successful, it connects, then you can go into your Access and connect it there. So onto Access. Once you have it connected, it will automatically load in the 7 tables, or how many tables you have, into Access. As for me, it's event, event type, faculty, family, family member, volunteer area, and volunteer hours. That with all the data that was also in my Oracle database is now here. Next step in this would be creating relationships. So this ERD I was able to be recreated by using hunters in segment 1. Family to family member is a one-to-many. Family to member to hours is one-to-many, and all that. The hours event, event to event type, event to volunteer area, and volunteer to faculty. Took some information off the workflow, and after you create relationships, you're on to making your forms. The forms I needed to recreate were create login, edit user entry, family entry, volunteer book, and event title. or just an event one. And then the reports I need to make was an hour report, an event report. So open up Access again. So the user would initially see this page, the main menu. I'm going to change the layout so I can kind of go through it and then actually demo it. So this is it, the create user or login as current user. If you want to do create new login, you would see the create login page, which is this, create login, return to main menu. Or if you wanted to log in as a current user, you would see this page, just a login. Same thing as current, but create, just not create login button. From there, you could log in as a current user, and then we'd come to this page with the family entry form and the event. If you wanted to add an event for this person, this is Sarah Douglas, or family entry, you would do update family. So from there, I go over this, it's the family entry. You can update it or add depending on what you want to do. For the buttons, for example, for login as current user, you would go to, let's go back a little bit here. Login, you would go to event, hit the little three dots, and you could choose close window to close it after you want to open up a new form, and you could link the form like as login here. And those are these multiple different actions you can choose from if you want. I won't be adding any more, but so, and then a couple reports I made, the event report, which has event number, event type, area ID, event date, start time, end time, event period, and expire date. And the other one is volunteer hours, family member number, first name, last name, hours worked, date worked. Also, another form I had to create was the edit user, and it looks the same as it does here. Yeah, and the volunteer book is the same thing as family. Titled it the same. So I guess now I could show you how it works. So you'd open up this. It's usually bigger, but main menu, create new user login. We'll choose login. That will close main menu and open up the login page. Username would be, doesn't really matter. The password is at the moment family, and you go log in. It'll bring you to her page of their family entry, the last they did, and the event. You can edit it, and then you would update it or add an event as you see fit. This page, you would edit user, you type in a user, new password, same type. You can update, delete, reset, or go back to the main menu. And if you want to, this is the create login page, you just create login, and it would bring you to their page, and you could add whatever you'd want there. It would be kind of the same thing as user, but you wouldn't have Sarah Douglas there. I think that about covers everything for this front end. I learned a lot doing this, a lot of struggles, but enjoyed a lot of it. Definitely could use this in a field in the future, but other than that, I think that about wraps up my front end for the project. See you guys later. Have a good day.